Okay, I want to go ahead and do my daily reading today. Get this done. I've posted pictures for you so you can see the cards more clearly. I'm using again my Drocraft deck, and what I have for today is first card here is Cernunnos or Cernunnos, whatever you want. The Latin is would actually the CR would be more of care or car. So either way, but this is the equivalent of the Devil card in the Rider Waite deck, and it is reversed. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles here is also reversed as a central card, and the Magician card, which is a good deal. I really like the two major Arcana cards, how they're sitting, and the energies working well together. With this being letting go of some fears and having some faith, and the Magician card of using that energy to move forward. That struck me when I laid the cards out. And of course, the central card there being the Nine of Pentacles. Um, Either way, what we have here is a 15 and a 9 and a 1. So we're looking at a 25 overall. The number 7. The number 7 is a very, very, I mean, it's a special number. You got to think about the colors of the rainbow. Number 7, the 7 chakra centers. Um, the notes of our scale here, in the United States, all 7 tones. So this always has a very, very spiritual connection to it. But I find a lot with the number 7 is a lot about learning and studying, and a lot of times that seems to be with me, of learning and studying things on a more spiritual level also. Um, so that's going to be. It's always 7 is associated with the lucky number and so forth, but it always seems that it takes an action to create that luck. I'm sure everybody's um, knows about the law of attraction and so forth, which is really old, as opposed the secret gained a lot of popularity when it came out and so forth. But this is old news. Um, but the whole thing is to create things for yourself. Some type of action needs to be taken. So either way, first card I got here is reversed, and this is about letting go of being released of some type of bondage. And this is a very, very powerful card because the fact that even in its upright position, I think this kind of gets its bad name. There's really no cards have a good or bad to them. I mean, if you think about it, say you were in I don't know, say a difficult financial situation. If it were upright, which I'll show it, and I have my camera light on so I can try to see a little better. But if it were upright, and that addiction that goes with this card was toward earning and gaining, you know, financial gain for stability. That could be a good thing. So it's always about the reading and the particular situation, what makes the card, work for a positive effect or a negative effect. But in general, when this is reversed, this is about being released of things that maybe there's an addiction there. A lot of that to this day that I get seems to be the connection with let, having some faith and letting go of fears. I get kind of a star card filled with this card when it comes up reversed. I know it's always opposite, which that's the reason I post the picture, well, because I'm looking at them from my direction. Um, but that's what this card is going to be about, is that release of that fear. Something that maybe you have some fear of or whatever, and you've realized that you have that power. And that's what I was talking about, the power. There's a lot of power in this card because you think about it. There may be some difficulties as you're going through, even though you're releasing that fear, so forth, but it takes a lot of strength and a lot of power to be able to get over something. You think about like an alcoholic, or someone who's strongly addicted to something. It takes a lot of inner strength and inner power to get over that, which this card actually holds. So that looking at it in that light, it's not really a bad card, even when it's upright. It's saying it's got a very strong hold on you, but with me, when it comes up reverse, it's saying that you've been able to grasp that inner strength, that power, and to be able to overcome your difficulties when this card comes up. Now, a lot of people, like I said, they fear a lot of cards, such as the Devil card, the Death card, and so forth. But when you look in deeper to them, you can find a lot of things in these cards, especially this one. I have a different view of this one after I'd studied for a while, for years back, and you get a complete different thing. But mainly, this is with me personally, and it also will depend on surrounding cards. But I think the way I've subconsciously set the meanings with this one here is going to mean more of you being able to drop the chains, as I was saying before. You're confronting false values and self-imposed limitations. False values as things that are really important uh, in life, as opposed to things that you're just wanting on the more physical level. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles reversed here in the center. This is about, when it's reversed for me, this is about greed. Somebody making gains, some kind of financial gains, and getting some kind of stability through basically unethical um, ways. The more of somebody who's maybe wealthy and so forth, but the way they got there was because they stole money, they walked on people, treated people like dirt, you know. So this is a very, very central issue here. Um, of course, I put a lot of emphasis on that central card, but I also have two majors in here, so that's a good thing. And as always, like I said, this can be me or this can be somebody around me. Um, when I do the dailies, this is always something. Lay your cards out and watch and see how things go for the day, and then at the end of the day, see where they connected. You know, that's because there's a lot of times I'll do readings and I'm stumped. I'm looking at it saying, okay, what does this card mean? But when I pay attention to, at the end of the day, it makes more sense. But when this is reversed, it's about an ill-founded success. Um, since I was saying, as far as financial rewards or yields, this can be saying that you're not getting very much. Uh, and unwise decisions seems to be connected with this, and that goes, you know, with the fact that decisions you've made previously on your own, because this is a card about being alone. That's caused some loss and some difficulties in your security, your personal security, feeling secure, and uh, I find this comes up a lot of times with the finances. But it says, it's kind of foolish actions and getting tangled up in the wrong things. Um, but it's basically what's passing over for success with a lot.